This is starting. I think we're starting.
We're starting.
That's how it starts.
Push it with your dick, dude.
It worked!
I am Ray Taylor.
I clearly don't have a regular job.
I was never really into comic books growing up. Like, I was a geek.
Well, you should tell your face that, because you look exactly like
I do.
Watch the fights.
Fuck yeah, I watch the fights.
I'm Keith Spurlock.
I watch every kind of pornography. I said, all right, counteract my cancer that I'm giving myself.
Right.
I smoke weed after every cigarette.
What were we just fucking talking about?
And this is the Inspired Disorder Podcast.
I'm not going to allow you to have an opinion on this just because you're wrong.
Is anyone else's podcast about like jerking off and UFC?
And I was like, fuck you, Grandma.
I know,
Stupid bitch.
It's like, I could totally... I'm surprised you didn't kick her again in the cunt.
Dude, she was asking for it. What I was... Oh, shit. We're starting. Hey. Hi, everyone. We're back.
But for sure, kick her again.
Dude, what she...
I mean, your
being-
foot's not going to get caught the second
She
time.
was being stupid.
So we're here to do a show for you guys.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Song and dance.
We're
mostly.
we're not reviewing a movie or talking about fights. We're just gonna bullshit about random shit for a while and then play some UMC because that's what we like to do. I mean, we got so this is coming out Monday. We're Thursday episode. Hopefully, we can record the Sunday UFC fights. It just depends on what your schedule is next week, which we don't know yet.
This upcoming week?
No, next week.
Oh, next week.
Yeah. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. Anyway, so we're filling in with a random episode, and this is it. And we started off by Granny Jiu-Jitsu striking course, which we'd started to talk about before, but it's really not something we should really let out yet. It's kind of under...
like statute of limitation. I don't know.
I mean, it's not the right time kind of a thing.
All you need to know is she was asking for it.
All you need to know is don't worry about it. It's not
Yeah.
your grandma.
Or
I mean, maybe
it
it is, but she deserved it. I mean, come on.
You know,
I don't even know the bitch, and
such a bitch.
and it just hurts my brain to. I watched just to shift gears here, but it reminded me of something. I watched the T.J. Miller special on HBO.
Yeah.
It's okay. Definitely picks up steam. The first half isn't as strong as the second half.
I'm more of a...
I love him in movies and shit.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you. I'm more of a... I like him in Silicon
Or
Valley.
as
I
a
like
guest
him
on
in
shows.
movies. I like him as a guest.
Yeah, he's hilarious. I mean, he's hilarious.
His stand-up is of what I mean. It's all right.
I don't think I've seen his
He's way
stand-up
better
before.
than I am. So
Sure.
or it was
Sure.
at any point.
Yeah, well, he has been doing it, I'm sure, more
Long
than a
ti- long-
decade.
long
so it's
time.
like, I'm sure it's more that I don't think I've seen any of his specials. I can't remember if I have.
I had heard bits of his because I used to listen to comedy
Right.
radio all the time, and so I've heard some of his. I was just like, cool. I like him in movies.
I would,
think
yeah,
he's funny in
I would
movies.
imagine the fact that he's doing so many movies and Silicon Valley, which he just left. This is his last season,
Yeah.
which is fine. I love that show. And he's kind of T.J. Miller in every movie. Like we just saw that one like Hangover kind of type movie, not Hangover, but where they had to go save the other dude from Silicon Valley who was in Mexico.
Oh
Threw
yeah.
it on. Kind of a fun movie. It's on HBO too. I can't remember what it's called, but he was good in that, But he's kind of T.J. Miller and
I
everything.
think I fell asleep during that.
Maybe. I mean, it's a fun movie. It's tonally like it's kind of more of a modern day R comedy. So similar to The Hangover as far as tonally,
But he's still playing T.J. Miller. And
Kind
it's
of
just playing him
but
pretty
it's not
well.
just him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fine doing T.J. Miller.
You know what?
don't
I
have a
remember
problem
most
with
of
him.
it. It was an okay movie.
It's like he breaks up with their
yeah.
in a van smoking and he gets paranoid and
I remember that
supposed
part.
to be getting married and he's like she leaves and then he goes to track her down. He
And
ends
then
up naked, covered in cocaine.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a fun movie.
I
It's a fun
remember
movie.
it.
I
I
enjoy
just
it.
don't remember that.
But yeah, he's T.J. Miller. But when he's doing all those things, I can imagine not a lot of time for stand-up.
But like in Deadpool, he's T.J. Miller, and
Yeah. Well, literally, he's T.J. Miller in the show Crashing.
well, there's that.
Yeah, but it's like all those shows he's great in.
Yeah.
But I would imagine when you're doing all that, it distracts you from doing condoms, which is safe sex for comedy.
Condomies.
It's where you do comedy, but nobody laughs because you don't want to get pregnant.
Speaking of that, did you hear about the recent Eliza Schlesinger kerfuffle? Like, evidently she did an interview.
I like her comedy too.
See, I'm indifferent about her, but like,
Yeah, I mean, she's not.
she was
she's
started
up there.
ragging on everyone else because people were saying they didn't like her new something. I don't
The
know what it
outfit
was.
she wore in her new special, people were talking shit about her for.
But there was
It did look stupid.
a bunch of
but it's
blowback,
whatever.
and then a bunch of comics were jumping in on it, like going at her. And
Yeah, but that was when so that was like 6 months ago.
no,
when
this
her
was
special
just
came out.
no.
'Cause I remember
this
hearing
is
it-
something new. This must be about an interview she did where she was like,
Because everybody was talking shit about what she wore in her special. Like,
I thought that was the Amy Schumer one.
no, I mean they talk shit about everything about Amy Schumer, but this one, because she wore like kind of a lace top kind of a thing, almost like like the throwback to Madonna. Super distracting for watching comedy because
Yeah.
she's got it. It made her look less attractive technically, but it's like something that's supposed to make you look attractive, and maybe I'm
she's-
just not into that.
She's one of the cuter female comics.
Oh, for sure. I think her and Sarah Silverman are probably the top two, off the top of my head anyway. But I know a lot of people were giving her shit about that, but it's like whatever. I mean,
Who cares?
it's like they're gonna talk shit about it. At least they're not like Amy Schumer. It's every time she puts something out, whether it's a TV show or stand up, it's like she's stealing shit. Like there's all these videos where it's which I don't know. That's more of their community thing. I'm not she's not like making me laugh all the time. I'm not seeking out her comedy. But
I've still not seen that one that was supposed to be good.
I've seen a few of hers. I saw
the
one
train
where it was
wreck?
like,
Yeah,
that was a good movie. Yeah, as
I
far
haven't
as
seen
comedy, yeah, it's really good. But that's not stand-up comedy.
No.
I'll watch her if that's what she's gonna be putting out. Like as far as movies, for sure I'll watch it. Like that was a great movie, comedy, solid, and it wasn't like. I mean, it's kind of more of an Apatow because he did produce it, so
Yeah.
it felt more Apatow. But kind of. I've never seen her show either, but she seems like the Inside Amy Schumer show.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that.
But I mean, she's gotten a bunch of shit from that show too. Writers on the show and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I don't care. Like when there's drama within the because we follow a lot of comics.
Yeah.
It's like I don't give a fuck, man. That's not me. That doesn't fuck with me at all. I didn't see any of them giving a shit when there was podcast drama.
No.
So it's like they don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna pretend to give a fuck about the business side of whatever career somebody else tries to take just because I like the product that they make. But yeah, TJ Miller one. I don't remember what my point was with it because there was something when we were talking about that I was gonna bring up about it, but it was whatever.
We go on tangents.
It was whatever. I know.
We called this a random episode.
It is.
And we're just throwing random thoughts out there.
We are.
And
absolutely.
And never giving you a conclusion to them.
Yeah. Well, in other news, bringing it over to sports, Chuck.
Oh, shit.
Well, what do we got in sports today? Well, I tell you what, the people that said it wouldn't happen, it is happening. It is happening August 26th.
Yeah.
Mayweather versus Conor. I'm glad it's happening. So we first off don't have to talk about what if. I guess because I watched MMA Hour and he interviewed like a bunch of people involved, and they were like after Conor sorted it out with Dana White, it was basically a 2-week negotiation to get it done because they both want to make it happen. They're gonna make a shitload of money. Everybody was happy coming off the deal, but yeah, we won't have to hear about it. It'll finally be done. It'll be the one and only time I'll mildly give a shit about boxing against somebody who's trying to break some record on potentially the easiest way to win the record.
People.
That's why I want Conor to fucking destroy this guy for so many reasons. Just to shut up all the fucking boxing people that talk down to MMA like any boxer would have a chance in the octagon.
Yeah, But it is a boxing match.
I know. I don't care.
So
I don't care.
I hope
Fuck
Conor
Floyd.
wins.
Floyd he's an asshole. He beats women. All he cares about is money.
Yeah.
You know, he seems to, from what it sounds like, whenever he does a fight every 3 years, it's like he's constantly ducking. Like, I remember people saying that he waited till Pacquiao was basically out of his prime so he could finally fight him.
That fight should have been done 5 years before. And I went and watched that fight, threw in money for that fight, and that I was like, this is the dumbest shit.
It's like, I'm not paying for
the undercard fights were pretty good, but the last fight, I'm like, this is horse shit.
I'm not gonna pay for whatever the pay-per-view costs. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch that one fight because fuck the card. I don't give a fuck about the card. But, I mean, unless there's
another good fight.
But unless there's something that stands out. But I don't. It's all about that fight. But I'm not spending $100 to watch just one spectacle fight. You can go fuck yourself. I'm not spending $10 to watch a spectacle fight.
One of Floyd's
I will bootleg that shit. You can go fuck yourself.
Sometimes friend, sometimes enemy. Adrian Broner called out Nate Diaz to be the undercard fight for that, but
that's not
that'll
gonna
never happen
because he'd have to convince Dana, and Dana's like, "Fuck you! I just went through this process. I'm not going through it again." It's like.
But it's just funny, like, that they're all out there fishing now.
But that's the thing. Everybody's been copying what Connor's been saying. Like, they're
Anthony
all,
Joshua,
I mean, not necessarily
the heavyweight
Diaz
champ now or whatever. One of the heavyweight champs is like talking shit about Stipe.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to see any of that shit.
No, but
I want to see, if anything,
step into the octagon.
Actually fight.
Fight them.
Don't pretend fight with punchy punchies. Because real fights aren't just punchy punchies.
Yeah, because what if I am able to and want to kick you in the face?
Yeah, or fucking take you down and ground and pound you. Like, look at fights. Look at real fights that happen with untrained people. It pretty much happens all the same. They all go to the ground, and it's like a lot of stupid boxing. But I just watched a boxing documentary that was, I don't remember it either, but I'll just add it to Netflix. Pretty good. I was mildly watching. It was like following a few different people, like a kid coming from amateurs into pros, and then there's another guy that's in the amateurs that's trying to get the Olympic team because USA, like in so many ways where we used to dominate, like basketball and boxing was something we used to dominate until recently.
Yeah.
And there's talking about gyms closing down, but one of the things is how it's all about the record.
Yeah.
Like, it's all like, if you lose once, and so all those fucking records are just inflated. They give them bullshit fighters. It's like Holly Holm times Betch Kohea times 1,000, where like Betch is like Betch from 5 years ago, you know,
or like me stepping in there against anyone.
Sure, yeah, sparring partner guy.
Yeah,
and
just me.
So it's following some careers, and it's like the whole time it's like, well, they're. It's a wash because there's like 6 organizations. There's no. It's all. Everybody's just
unified.
trying to pretend to get the money fight. Nothing about the sport gets me excited except for like occasionally hearing there was a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's not. It's not even close to a sport that I would try and follow. Because it's like, first off, at least with MMA, you know, I watch for sure every UFC we watch. But then, because of access, I'm not going to buy cable so I can watch Bellator.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not worth that.
But if I had cable, I'd probably watch
I'd probably
Bellator.
throw it on, but I haven't paid for cable since 2007. So Viacom can suck my dick if they think that all this free TV bullshit. FS1 isn't free, motherfucker. Cable bills are expensive.
Yeah.
And I haven't had to pay one in a long time, and I'm not going to do it for fucking tier 2 MMA when there's like the tier 3 MMA that and other things that we get plenty to fill in.
Yeah.
When I get the itch. Plus with Fight Pass you can go back and fucking
watch
rewatch
every fight
everything,
ever, besides Bellator fights.
Yeah.
That's like anything that has ever been any fights in MMA and kickboxing,
pretty much.
And
because they bought all the
everything.
Either bought all the rights to the dead organizations, or they have distribution rights with some of the like Legacy.
You can buy someone's library. That's
yeah. But I mean, they have like with Invicta, they also broadcast. Well, they're not. I don't know what deal they have, but it's just like a broadcast deal. Like, you know, UFC is Fox for them.
Well, that's kind of,
and it's kind of
their farm league for the girls.
Yeah. But they're also broadcast. I mean, it's a big. They're doing it for other regional stuff too. They do it for a lot of.
Ooh, did you hear they announced Cyborg versus Anderson?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they stripped Duranemy, and then they're gonna be fine. Yeah.
Fuck her.
And now they're from what I heard,
baby.
Which is I like a good matchup for Holly Holm is Holm Duranemy at 135 because Duranemy says she wants to fight 135 and fucking run that fight back. Might as well. That's a good second fight for Holly Holm to come back because that was kind of close.
It was real close.
So,
and
run it back
without
at 135.
Duranamy's fucking knocking her out after the bell that one time.
Sure.
It might have been a whole different fight.
Sure. Yeah. But, yeah, so I'd go with that. No desire to see Holm fight for a title next. I don't think it's the top of that division's a little bit thick right now anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Conor versus Floyd. I really want to put money on Conor just for the underdog.
What about this? Say Ronda comes back, Holly versus Ronda 2. Makes sense.
But yeah, I don't think she's coming back. And
no,
I don't think
either.
she's coming back against one of the two people that knocked her out. I think
that'd be her better chance.
I think she'd come back against Betch Correa.
I think she's got a better chance
that's a
against Holm than she does against Nunes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Holly Holm, top 5 fighter, not top 3. I think Nunes, Shevchenko, and potentially if they fight Pena could beat her because Pena would take the fight to her. She's not going to stand on the outside until she gets kicked in the head. She might do some taunting though, but I would imagine it would be better results than Betch's because she did like 5 taunts. She did like this, and then she did like 5 different things. All after it's like she's like, oh, I'm gonna spread these taunts out throughout the 5-round fight. She's like, nope.
So we're doing it all right now.
Do the shuffle and then bam,
and then get kicked in the face.
To the last one.
Like,
God damn it, you fucking bitch.
That was her power up. She had to do all those dance sequences in a row, and then she was gonna like power up, and she just did.
She's gonna do like
she couldn't get the last
uppercut.
super uppercut in, and she got fucking kicked in the face.
It was like somebody like she was a robot, and somebody was playing a video game.
Like, 1, 2,
because
3,
it's
4.
annoying playing video games where it's like you're trying to do these combos
when you don't.
And it's like the joystick, but it's like you're learning them. Like, oh, you got the power book or whatever.
Worst.
And it's like you're fucking up and you're accidentally doing shit.
That's the worst.
That's what it looked like.
Do the most awesome.
That's what it looked like. They're like, oh,
just
we're gonna do the power.
Spamming the buttons.
No,
yeah.
What are you doing? She's dancing. What the fuck? Yeah, that's kind of what it seemed like, and that's a frustrating moment when you're playing video games, and
that's why I would play games like Tekken. I'd be the Eddie Gordo, the capoeira dude.
I never played
because
Tekken.
You could just fucking button mash, and he would do the most awesome spinny kickflip, backflip shit, and I was like, yeah, fucking whooping your ass. And really, I didn't know anything.
There was only one time, well, as opposed to when I was a kid playing like
Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, Street Fighters and the Mortal Kombats. But when I moved to San Diego, 2002, got an Xbox, may have been 2003. And we got the Mortal Kombat for that. And we were just playing, me and my roommate, we were just playing they had like a career mode, which was pretty bullshit. It was just like, you just keep getting matchups and you just keep, it's just, I don't know.
But we climbing the tower.
Fucking just grinding on this game. But like, as opposed to, and fucking now I'm saying I don't play fighting games, but I play the UFC game on my iPhone. But that one, it's like, it's slowed down to where you have to use technique.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking to do things in a certain order. It's not just like
more of a strategy game than button mashing.
And on the phone, it's like it's pretty basic, you know.
Did you ever get into Primal Fear back in the day?
The movie?
No,
I love the movie. Edward Norton.
Primal Rage. Sorry,
I rented it once.
Primal Rage was
kind of like really good first person.
It's 101.
Oh. No, I don't.
And Primal Rage was one of the first arcade like 3D fighting.
Okay.
Like not so 3D like as in, but like the animated characters or kind of just like
the
digital.
early Mortal Kombat stuff was almost like scanned images. It wasn't even animated. Like they were people.
Yeah.
But and
I
then
think Pit Fighter was one of the first to actually do that.
I just remember Street Fighter.
I used to because of playing hockey. Almost all ice rinks back then had an arcade. Yeah, because it'd be like it was always a center.
There was an arcade everywhere, like movie theaters, arcade.
There's still
mall,
fucking
arcade.
few games at the movie theater we go to.
Sure, but it's not like
I mean, it's like it used to be.
Yeah, I remember the theater I worked at. There was an arcade, and I used to play. There was a sniper game, and the scope had a screen in it too. Yeah, and it was just like you'd go to these different scenes, and you're trying to like taking people out and building. I love it. I love sniper games where I could play sniper. Ghost Recon, I think, was one of them, and it was like one of those. Like you get a snipe, and it's like a world, and it'd be me and my friend. Yeah, we'd be playing side by side, so you could cheat by. You try to cheat by looking at their screen and try to figure out where the fuck you are, but you're in this giant world, and then you sneak up on somebody. And there'd be times like you're in the grass, and they're just run. They know you're there. It's like I see me running by you, but I can't fucking see you anywhere. Yeah, so much fun. I love those games. But yeah, like fucking video games, man.
What
so weird.
Did you go to the arcade as a kid at all?
Yeah, there was a time where my friend and I convinced his parents to take us to the mall. Yeah, and
the mall always had a fucking sweet arcade.
We would try and win tickets because we wanted to win like a PlayStation or some shit. So we would like do the whack-a-mole thing, and we would just fucking cheat. We were basically wasting our time and money. Yeah. To transfer money
because
and
you're
energy
still
into
fucking
tickets.
Paying probably twice as much to get the PlayStation if you go ticket wise.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah, they're making money on. They're probably like they're giving it to you for I don't know. They're probably selling it to you for like 4 times as much as it's worth in tickets.
I used to be really good at
if you even save the tickets, like
pulling
it's so
an
hard to
extra
save
5
tickets.
out of.
Yeah, we would do that too.
Like when it comes like. Yeah. If you hold it steady,
you can kind of
and don't
speed
rip
up
it,
the motor a little bit.
You can speed it up and then keep pulling it a little bit, and then you get extra. But it always like the last one.
Eventually,
it's like half.
Tighten, and I'm sure it's part of the spool. It's tightening the spool too.
Yeah,
so it just eventually
but the last
tears.
one's a half, so you have to like tear that half off, so they don't know that you fucking been ripping off the games. The one time I ever won,
the people that work at an arcade are like. Barely older than the people in the arcade,
or
they're not
old.
like but they're not like
they're either or.
They're ripping us off.
It's either Walmart greeter age, or 17.
Yeah.
But the one game that I ever won like a lot of tickets was it's a stupid ticket game. It's called Jackpot, where like the lights go around.
It's like a flying saucer looking thing.
Kinda, and you just fucking hit the button, and if it gets, you're trying to get the light to stop in certain areas. Right. And I just fucking jackpotted that shit, and it like kicked out 100 tickets, and I was like, what the fuck?
But it's like you need 3 billion tickets, so it's like you have to go, but it's like having the endurance to keep going, and then also the wherewithal to save everything as a kid. And it's like that never works out.
It's genius that the tickets, like, it's genius that the games don't run on tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like gambling your money back like a casino. Yeah. Like you have to keep putting in real money, and they just give you these tickets that you may or may not cash in.
Yeah. It's so stupid. Which is like,
and we all
can't you just
fell for
buy
the tickets.
A spool of those tickets?
We all fell for the tickets.
It's like, hey, I'm the vendor at the arcade Silly Jeans at the mall here in Denver. Yeah. What's up?
I'm gonna need about 2 boxes of the ticket spools.
Here's the thing. Our order's short a box. Can you send it? Here's the thing. Can you send it over to this address?
To a P.O. box.
Because I need to disperse it to a few different locations. So it's just easier if you send it to me directly. Get the box. Bam. Whatever they got now.
It would be hilarious.
Although you'd have to like you'd have to throw them in the dryer like you do money.
Like fucking and
like
then
how many
bend
do you think
some of them oddly.
Yeah, you got to accordion some of them.
Yeah, then you have to like get a bunch of long ones and then grab them by the middle.
When you're a professional like me, you spool that shit up. So I bring a spool when I'm starting fresh and I just keep rolling it. And then that's what I end up with.
I just walk in there brazen with the whole spool.
Bam.
Boom. You know how many's on there.
I'm wanting the Xbox and the PlayStation with the VR kit. Oh, that's more. Bam. I got a whole box at home.
I got a crate. I bought a gross.
Technically, I'm distributing it to different arcades, so I didn't lie.
Feel free
to the
to
person
reuse
that sent it
these.
to me. Yeah, it cost me $10 for the box. It's crazy how cheap these tickets are nowadays. I wonder if somebody's done that. Like, of all the scams to pull,
Obviously, everyone
but how
pulled
has it
every
not
scam.
worked? It seems like that should work easily.
Have you ever? I found a quarter once with a small drill hole through it.
Mm-hmm.
So I tied a fishing line to it and tried to do that.
Well, I remember,
and
like,
it worked with like
there's
one
dollar
machine,
bill things,
and
too.
then the next machine just fucking ate it.
But yeah, but it's not even that. You're just calling a distributor who makes these fake ticket currency things.
You can probably
and you just
buy,
call
You
them.
don't even have to. It's probably not even special. You can probably buy fucking spools. You just have to know.
Yeah, you'd have to. But you have to go through the distribtor. I'm sure there's
Some
different
places, some
distributors
places
that have
probably
different
they'll
tickets.
personalize their
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, but that's just as easy as going to Amazon.
No.
But you just have to find out which is fucking easy as shit. Hey, this is Bill over it, and I need to know. I need some tickets, bro. Where do you go? Who do you go through? You know, it's all about it's social hacking. This is Kevin Mitnick. Like, the easiest way, he was saying, the easiest way to hack into a system is to just put whatever virus or whatever you need on a thumb drive.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure his version was floppy disk, and leave it in the office and just label it payroll, because people want to see what other people make. So of course they're gonna fucking load it in their computer. Bam, you got access. Instead of, like, you know,
finding the back
it's
door.
like so much easier. There was one of the first podcasts that inspired a podcast that inspired this podcast, The Broken, which became Diggnation. Two guys sitting on a couch talking about tech shit. We're slightly different.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know anything about tech.
Yeah, we're two dudes and they drink a lot. They drank during the show. Diggnation was a fun show.
Cheers to
But
that.
the Broken,
I've got that part down.
The Broken was more, they were giving, like, hacks, like, this is how you hack your Xbox, this is how you do these, like, and, like, they showed how to get a pizza for free, just using, like, he'd hang out at the fucking pizzeria or whatever, and he'd overhear a call, and then he'd just go make that call. It's like, oh, I need to cancel that. I need it sooner. And then blah, blah, blah. I don't remember the exact tips, but it's all social hacking.
Yeah.
And that's how people find out information anyway. They say there's somebody else, and it's just, you know, if I'm calling Costco, I know how they speak at Costco. I know the bullshit terminology. If I'm calling a movie theater, I'm pretty sure I could pass for whatever I need to pass for.
I can tell who has watched like Chipotle hacks.
Yeah.
When I'm at work, just because they order exactly like the hack says.
What are the hacks? What's the purpose?
Like
just to get the most for
to
your
get the
money.
most for your money.
Okay.
Like,
but this is more. I'm talking more like shit.
Yeah, no,
like
I know what
going
you're
to,
talking
like,
about.
stealing
But,
basically,
like, yeah.
but tricking
But
people.
this is also tricking people because you
Like,
get
I could
more
do-
for.
Knowing Uber Eats, like, just go into a restaurant holding your phone and walk up to where it has the Uber Eats thing and just take a shot that you beat the Uber Eats guy and the food's there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's like, oh yeah, I'm here, but sometimes they ask when they verify, so depending on where you go. But I mean, there's plenty of places that don't because they're busy and they're like, here, this is your
I
shit.
told you that one time we had 4 different drivers come in for one order, and the first guy took it, but
They should have all taken the order.
what? No, because I told him we already gave that away.
Although when that
I'm not
happened
gonna
to
keep
me, they were
making-
separate orders.
I'm not gonna keep making
They were separate orders, but from the same person.
No, this was
Yeah.
one order.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's-
because
well,
I
that's
could
just
reprint
bad.
the ticket, and I was like, "Is it order number?" And they're
Yeah.
like, "Yes."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I get the first driver took
They
it,
got yeah.
and,
So that's just
Peace
their
out.
app sucks.
and they're probably all getting paid for that."
I didn't get unless you pick up the food and you take it somewhere, you don't get shit.
What if you take it somewhere and they're not there?
You picked up the food and you took it somewhere, you get paid for that.
All right.
If you don't pick up the food, wait for the next one. As far as I know, because I've gotten there was like glitches happening one day, and the same place I went to, and it was the same name but different order numbers, and both times I walk in, it's like they canceled it. They canceled it. It's like, fuck, just give it to me then. What the fuck? You can eat the first
You
one.
made it.
This is the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. It's whatever. Hacking.
Whether digital or life.
Yeah. I never got into I never got into. I mean,
I
think
the movie
mildly hacked. Yeah, it was alright.
It's terrible.
Angelina
now,
Jolie is ugly as fuck in it. She looks like a boy with giant lips.
Very giant.
Yeah.
I still wanted to bang her back then.
Ugh. There was a window of time where I thought Angelina Jolie was fuckable. Every other time she looked like a fucking ex housewife fucking that got plastics, even though her lips are natural.
I wanted
she
to
has
bang
those
her in
fake
Gone in
giant
60 Seconds with the blonde dreads.
Ugh. No, she's disgusting, man. I don't know.
I don't.
It's different types. It's all you, bro.
I don't give a fuck about what she's like personally.
I don't either. I'm talking about
dinner with her.
I'm talking about aesthetically.
Yeah,
she looks like she looks like she's been manufactured.
Less now than then, obviously, but then was a long time ago.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't like. I mean, I liked Hackers when it came out, but it's like
it's a terrible movie now.
Every movie, the last movie I saw was White Hat. No, it was fuck, I forget the director, too. It was bad. It was the guy that did Miami Vice, the Miami Vice reboot.
Salt movie?
Not Salt. It wasn't with her. She wasn't in it.
Oh.
I'm talking about a hacking movie.
Oh.
God damn it. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it was maybe Michael Mann. Is he dead?
I don't know.
Let's see. How do you spell Michael? A-E-L? I think it's 2 N's. Yeah. Michael Mann. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, he did
I don't
Heat.
know.
Black Hat.
What the fuck? So
it was the dog shit. It was such a fucking horrible movie.
What
we were talking about Hackers, and I was saying
so
like
this is a
Hackers.
movie?
Yeah, it's Black Hat. Black Hat's a term.
Wait,
Black Hat's. There's White Hat, which is like hacking,
is that
but
Chris
for good
Pine?
purposes. It might be.
And Chris Helmsworth?
Let's see. Chris Hemsworth, Viola Davis. So
Let's see the because that looks like Chris Pine on the right, but that might be. Maybe not. Maybe that was just Chris Helmsworth from a different angle. They all kind of look alike.
Yeah. White people. Feel you, bro.
I know.
Well, fuck. I get fucking Frodo and Harry Potter mixed up all the time.
Oh, Daniel Radcliffe and Elijah Wood.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm
Even
looking
though
at
Elijah
him
Wood's probably
in my
like
head,
15 years older.
Yeah, but they're both tiny men.
They are very,
they're very little
tiny
pocket-sized men, and they both have the same scruff. They have the same look.
They
just,
do. They look
when they
very
speak,
similar.
Clearly, it's easy.
But one's British,
the other one's not. I love both of them. I don't have anything against either of them, but I get them mixed up all the time.
Yeah,
they need to be like. That's how I'm racist, people. Like, I'm more racist against that than I am
facial racism.
Like, yeah. Black Hat's dog shit. Black Hat is a dog shit movie. So disappointing. And this guy makes good movies too. It's just that. Let's see, director. Where are we at here? Bam. So he did. Let's start. So Manhunter, the very first, it's a pretty good movie. A little early. Yeah, the first.
The Last of the Mohicans, Heat,
Heat,
Ali,
fucking amazing.
Collateral.
The Insiders.
I like Collateral.
Insiders, I did too. Heat, Insiders, great. Ali's all right. Collateral's good.
Isn't Public Enemies?
He got into. That's where he got into digital and like. It was early digital, so shit looks super choppy on screen. But it fit his style. Miami Vice.
Isn't Public Enemies Denzel Washington?
No. That was
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I know which one you're thinking of. American Gangster.
Yeah.
It was okay. Him and Russell Crowe was the other guy, like the cop. Because it's him was the gangster, and then there was a cop and it's like the story. It's like every other.
Oh, every cop story ever?
Kind of, but not. It's done more in the generic style than something good.
Collateral,
like Heat. Heat is fucking amazing
for a very small movie.
Oh, it's great. Yeah,
like mostly in the car
with Tom Cruise and fucking Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. Tom Cruise plays a good Tom Cruise.
It
killer?
was. I think that was him experimenting with the digital, and he did it in L.A., which people that live in L.A. they love it because he hit a lot of iconic, or it looked really good the way he shot it with the digital. But yeah. But Black Hat, dog shit. He might be one of those directors that's just like, just stop, man. Although, then there's guys like the dude that did Mad Max, where he was doing a bunch of bullshit family movies, and then he did Mad Max Fury Road, and it's like, yeah. And then it's like, oh, okay, I guess he still got it. But that was more like he was just taking a paycheck for a while. And then he got hired to do what he loved to do. And he's like, doing this shit, man. In my mind,
watching
for
that movie
20 years, 30 years,
and thinking in my head that that's like an 80-year-old dude being like,
the most epic shit we've seen.
Make this shit fucking epic.
Because everybody now just piles CG on, and he did it was a shitload of practical effects.
The whole dude, with the guitar and shit, like
it's all practical.
That's an 80-year-old.
All the cars were practical.
That.
Yeah.
I'm like, that fucking dude he's got it together.
While he's making that
Maybe
shit, other directors are going
now.
like.
And that's
the best kind.
Yeah.
Versus the other insanity is like, I'm going to go back and fuck up my early shit. That's a different kind of insanity. I prefer the insanity where you produce good shit towards the end.
Looking at you, Ridley Scott.
Well, and
just being old.
Ridley Scott's, he's not completely fallen off, but he needs to, I don't know.
Stop purposely
Maybe just needs
fucking
to,
with your own canon and you.
Yeah, but he's not going back and like adding bullshit CG to
older,
aliens and
agree.
aliens. That's the kind of crazy that I don't like. That's the kind of crazy because that's hurting. Now I can't find that shit on iTunes in the original form. I have to watch the bullshit form until some anniversary edition comes out, and then I have to re-buy this bullshit. I wonder how many. Like, there's probably a ton of fans that have.
There's a version out on the internet right now. That's
I want a legit.
perfect.
I want a legit copy with surround sound and the original transfer from the original print.
I agree.
Not fan made or whatever. I want the original shit.
You can get that on VHS.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Laserdisc.
I want a legit fucking.
Laserdisc is the best quality. One that still exists.
Yeah, but it's still not good quality. It's digital, but it's super low res.
Yeah.
I think. I don't remember what the resolution was on those. That didn't last for at all. I remember hearing about them in 5th grade, 6th grade, and then that's it.
Like two of the super rich kids I played hockey with on my travel team, they had them, but they also all lived in mansions and shit like that. So
yeah, you can just buy whatever new shit comes out.
Yeah, they had video game systems I've never even heard about.
Yeah,
and I still don't. Maybe
it
was personally built for them. I don't know.
Could be.
And this shit was. I was like, I've never even heard of this shit, and they're like, yeah, I got 8 games. I'm like, I'm up on the systems.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? They're like, fucking, it's from Japan. My dad got it last time he was there. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's when you have unlimited cash and you're a child that has no perception of cash. Then it's like, oh, it's like fucking.
It's whatever.
Every
My dad
day,
bought me this fucking
every day can be
$5,000
Christmas.
fucking system from Japan.
When every day's Christmas, where it's like, hey, Daddy Santa Claus, can I have this thing? Or he just gives it to him because he's spoiling him because he's a shitty dad and is never around. And I don't know.
I got lost in one kid's house. It was weird.
I don't know. I've been to friends of I'd go visit my friend, and then his parents had all their friends were rich.
Yeah.
And they had a house in Hawaii, and they moved to the other side of Hawaii, so they had money too. I don't know how anybody had got money. Although one of them, he sold luxury cars that were owned by famous people, like Dennis Rodman's Ferrari or Arnold Schwarzenegger's Hummer or whatever. And there was one that had he had the living room was a giant vaulted ceiling, and then it kind of went down recess, all just giant stonework for the floor. And there was a big rope swing in the middle of it, and the living room just had the giant, a pillow that would fill up our living room, just a few of those. So you could just swing from the outer ledges that were higher, swing in and just fucking plop. And then he would have secret passageways in his house. He was like a fucking child. He had a kid, but, I mean, he also had the money to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
That sounds like if I had money, like I wouldn't be that extravagant. I'd probably have a nice place out in the country.
Yeah.
But if I had my house built, it would for sure have fucking. You could walk in between the walls. There would be pictures you could see out of. There would be a bookcase that definitely fucking.
If I was a kid and I wanted to build a house, then I would do that. But I don't care shit about any of that shit. Maybe a secret passageway, but I don't fucking. Because then what you're gonna do is you're gonna have a girl over. She's gonna see that painting with the eye holes cut out. She's like, "Oh, I'm out of here. This is some creepy shit." What do you have cameras on me too?
You gotta fucking. It doesn't always just have the eye holes cut out. You got a little fucking panel that you pull down.
Right.
Has to look legit. You can't just be like,
yeah.
Be like, that looks sketchy as fuck, bro. What's up with that? Like, never you mind that.
I do remember getting lost in a hotel in Hawaii, and it's just big
Just
resort.
spread out
It's a big resort, and it's got a tram. It's got a boat, that little boat thing that goes through it, and then there's another kind of form of transportation that's slow that goes through the whole thing. And I was like trying to find, I don't know why, but I was like trying to go back to either my mom's room or my friend's room and his parents, or I don't know where, but I was lost for a while. But yeah, it wasn't the first time being alone from a Hawaii trip.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
The worst was coming back from Hawaii.
I guess if I'm lost in paradise,
showing up to LAX at like 6 a.m. and like nobody's there, and I'm fucking 10 or some shit.
Yeah, you don't worry about that.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
It's like and it's like I don't know any phone numbers. I don't know anything. There's just a cleaning lady that barely speaks English, and then it's an empty terminal. Yeah, but
Mom.
Yeah, it's like yeah, and yeah, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, my name appears from the heavens. Hey, Ray Taylor, please go to the white courtesy phone. Ray Taylor, white courtesy phone. And I was put in a holding tank with other kids for a while. I don't know why they were there, but
just the island of misfit toys. You're just like fucking in there for like what
hours.
Are you in? They're like, I don't know. Fucking
talking to anybody. I mean, they were they were like young kids too. I think they were just like, because when some kids, I remember when I was really young flying like by myself to Hawaii or back from Hawaii, there's like, you get a guardian stewardess kind of person that watches over you, so they probably take them from the plane to that holding tank until their parents get there, where I was just like on my own. I was older, so I guess I didn't need the escort. I mean, I didn't need it for the plane. It's not like I was scared of flying.
Yeah,
I've flown a bunch, but showing up with nobody there to meet you is kind of a weird. And LA, it's not like it was even in the desert. It's like, this is 3 hours away from where I live. But whatever.
Worst thing that ever happened to me in an airport is I fucking missed my connecting flight back from Amsterdam and Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because me and my buddy were talking to a porn star.
Yeah.
That we randomly met in a diner. She just looked our age. So she was. I was like, what's up? And then she was like, oh, not much. We just got back from Amsterdam. She's like, oh, that's awesome. She's like, I'm heading back from Vegas. And we're like, oh yeah, what's going on in Vegas? She goes, oh, I was at this award show. And I was like,
the AVNs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I knew I had seen something or heard that shit was going on. And then she was just like,
award. Well, I think they have multiple, but that's the big one.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, and then we were just talking about it like, just like regular. I'm like, oh, so what's that like?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I guess that they were announcing our name out there, but we didn't hear it.
I have a feeling situation is you're sitting down, talking to her, and both you and your friend or one of the two of you has a hard on, and it's like, I'm not standing up right now, so we're just gonna have to miss our flight.
That ain't me.
We're just gonna miss our flight.
No, and it was funny because the plane took off like 15 minutes early or 20 minutes early.
Okay.
So like we walked out on time, but they were like, oh, we were calling you, and so like my friend started like freaking the fuck out, which like for me seemed crazy.
It's just more of a hassle
because he's used to international travel and like everything. Like he'd been there before.
But maybe he's never had to deal with
And I literally,
you know?
like, we both called customer service at the same time. Mm-hmm. And the one he was talking to said that it'd be an $80 charge to get us on the next flight.
Yeah.
And the one I was talking to said there'd be no charge at all, sir.
A huge part of that is how you're talking to them. If you're freaking out and being an asshole to them, you're paying whatever.
And we're both on the phone at the same time trying to rectify the situation. And when mine said free, I go, hang up, just hang up.
Yeah.
And he hung up, and she's like, okay, you guys are on the next flight. It takes off in an hour.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I go, next flight, 1 hour, we're booked, no extra charge. He's like, that's awesome. And I was like, and I'm usually a person that would probably freak out, but in that situation, I was like, we're in the U.S. We're back in the U.S. We're good.
I can't stand.
We're just at an airport.
Freak out, like just the smallest thing. I mean, that's not a small thing, but it's not a big thing.
Because he was mad at me for it, like, and I was like, "Boo, bro, we were both in there. Like, the plane took off early."
Yeah, but but it's just like people like, okay, if everything goes smoothly, they can do anything. But as soon as the smallest thing, like smallest speed bump, it's like, oh, they become a fucking overacting like actress from the from the 50s. Oh, dearie,
my dear.
Oh, my dearie, the plane has left us without taking us away with it.
Stop being hysterical.
Calm the fuck down, you fucking cunt. It's easy.
That's where the word
chill.
Hysterical
We're
came
not
from.
dead. It's fucking gonna work out. Like,
I know.
out of things that can go wrong, the plane landed. We made the good part. Like the worst part that could have happened.
Yeah.
That you freak out. Well, I can understand freaking out there.
Our fucking luggage is on the plane. I go, we got our carry-ons. Fucking luggage will be there. The plane's still going there.
Yeah. You don't need to fly with it underneath you in the plane's belly.
In fact, it'll be there waiting. It's warm.
waiting
it's
for you.
Warming up our spot for us when we get there.
Yeah.
And it was so easy just to catch that next flight and fucking be gone.
Yeah. It's whatever.
But I know,
that's the thing,
I get it. Like, sometimes the fucking, that shit, we might have had to pay $80 each. And that would have sucked, but it still wouldn't have been the end of the world.
No. Yeah, it would have sucked. But it was like, well, next time, fucking make sure you're half hour early. You know? Be ready to go. I don't know. But you live and you learn. Pay for your fucking lessons.
And then
whatever.
And then you fucking fight about movies.
You don't have to fucking whine about shit.
Ooh, nice.
It was raspberry-ness.
Razzie.
All right, people. Before we get to this, go to our Patreon page. Patreon.com/Inspired Disorder. That is where you can support the podcast. This podcast, the Inspired Disorder podcast, you get to support the early retirement podcast or vlog. Well, I call it a vlog because it's video, but now I do the audio. The UMC has its own audio podcast on iTunes and Stitcher. Probably Google Play, too. I haven't set that up yet, but Google Play in due time. And Patreon.com. Also, artwork. Fucking, here's the thing. You give us money, gives me time to work on all this shit. Right? Because if I don't get money through this way, then I'm going to have to go earn it by sucking dick. And it's just, that takes other time. And I can't work on this while a dick is in my mouth.
You could, but
I could try, but I'm not that fucking hardworking when it comes to that job.
You'd have to practice
Let's just say I suck. Patreon.com/Inspired Disorder. And now, as you've all been waiting for,
goddamn anticipation of the year,
I bring you
bum, bum, bum.
The Ultimate Movie Championship, brought to you by Patreon.com/Inspired Disorder. This is where we go to Patreon. Patreon. So we go to FlickChart.com and we rank movies. FlickChart has an amazing matchmaking algorithm where it gives us all kinds of crazy... It doesn't give you dates,
but it gives you movies.
Doesn't give you... Yes, it doesn't give you dates. It gives you prunes. Dried fruit joke, people. You want to do a category? Let's just do this.
Okay.
I mean, we could do. I don't know. You want to do like something we've not seen? like just rule out movies that we've already.
Can you do that?
Yeah. Wait, I don't even know. Only unranked. Bam. I think I just figured it out. Oh shit. I've not seen Resident Evil Extinction.
I can't say that I've seen any of them past the first one.
Have you seen Limitless?
Yeah.
Okay. Not a good movie. But it's going up against Every Single Dog Goes to Heaven.
Limitless.
You go to heaven. You go to heaven. You go to heaven. Is the Oprah Winfrey of Pet Associated Heaven. Yeah, Limitless. I'll do that. Not a fan, though. I've not seen 10,000 BC, nor have I seen From Hell to Texas.
I have also not seen either.
I have not seen Frozen, nor have I seen Skyfall.
Neither have I.
Actually, I did see Skyfall. It is horrible.
I didn't.
It is not good. I think. I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen
Been actively boycotting James Bond movies for a long time.
His the first two were really good. I think the first two.
Good on him.
Eraser versus The Cell.
I've seen both of these.
Me too. Arnold Schwarzenegger and
Vivica.
Ooh, A. Fox. Versus The Cell. D'Onofrio and
J-Lo.
J-Lo.
And an early Vince Vaughn.
Right. I loved the visuals of The Cell.
So did I. Everyone shits on that movie.
It's the movie's okay. The movie's okay.
It's all right,
it's
but
okay.
I loved
the visuals are amazing.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
The director Tarek, he's done he did one called The Fall. Everything he does. The movie story-wise is kind of simple and basic, but his visuals are
I thought
gorgeous.
the idea of The Cell, going into serial killers' dreams and shit, to help solve a crime. I liked it.
I love The Cell.
So we're going Cell. Eraser
all day.
sucked.
Eraser was all right. It was like most of Schwarzenegger's...
Big alligator at one point in that shit?
Yep. It's like a lot of Schwarzenegger movies. It's like the End of Days. It's just generic action movie with. It's all right. It's not horrible, but it's it's decent.
Let me guess. You haven't
seen
The Wall?
either of these. How about that?
Well, you don't do
no, I haven't
drugs,
seen The
so
Wall.
you haven't seen The Wall.
Yeah, I just smoke weed now.
Well, I do too,
as an
but
adult.
yeah,
it's
younger me was.
I'm not
really
into the drug culture movies necessarily. Like all the things that some of them I am, but there's a lot I don't. Really
I've not seen Hell or High Water.
I haven't. It's good.
But I have seen Weekend at Bernie's too.
I have, and I don't really remember it. But I know.
Bernie gets resurrected by the Jamaicans.
Please
doing
tell
a
me you've
thing.
seen Hard Candy.
No.
That's a great movie. Super creepy.
It's about candy.
No, it's about...
I have not seen The Call either.
I haven't either.
Nor have I seen Intolerable Cruelty. Nor have I seen 13 Going on 30. I have seen Gothica.
Remind me of Gothica, because I don't think I've seen it.
That's her and...
Who is her?
Halle Berry. Mm-hmm. And I think Jude Law. Because Jude Law was in everything.
Here, I'll look it up.
Around then.
Gothica. Right.
Maybe I know I've seen Robert Downey Jr., so I'm totally off. Wait, scroll back up. I want to see the repressed female psychiatrist wakes up.
Hey, read it so people
patient
can
in
hear
the
you.
asylum. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, we'll skip it. And when we technically
I've seen
skip. Oh, wow, but I don't think I've seen it.
But I can't remember enough.
All right, Weekend at Bernie's 2. I have not seen Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Nor have I seen the remake or any of them. I don't think I've seen any Cheaper by the Dozen movies.
Is that Steve Martin?
The original. I think there was an original that may have had Steve Martin. I've definitely seen Oliver and Company.
Yeah.
I remember the big thing with Oliver and Company was the fact that he was could shake his sunglasses. That thing. I remember that being a thing.
Weekend at Bernie's 2.
Yeah, okay. I wish it was the first one, just so
I know,
that
but
could be
still,
in the roster somewhere.
But
I don't even remember. I think it was the second one when they do the voodoo stuff, or was that the first one too?
Yeah, that's the second one.
Okay.
The voodoo stuff.
I
is
know
what
I've
was
seen them
talking about,
both.
where he's just like,
Yeah.
and then he's walking by himself, and they're like, "Fucking Bernie."
Dennis the Menace, the
Walter Matthau.
93 remake. I love the Dennis the Menace
Chris
show.
Lloyd was in that. Christopher Lloyd was
Right.
the like homeless drifter. That,
Yeah, the sketchy bad. Yeah, sketchy homeless
and
guy.
a lot of prosthetics. Babe 2 Picking the City. This is a George Miller.
That's just
movie.
Babe. That's the first one. Doesn't say 2 anywhere.
Oh,
Although that would make sense
Wait.
that it would be 2.
I think it's the
It
second
could be
one.
the second one. They maybe just didn't put 2. I don't know if I've seen the second one actually. I think I've only seen Babe.
That'll do, pig.
Yeah,
In America, have not seen.
it's all right.
It's all right.
Yep.
Did you go British or was that Australian?
I don't know. It is. I think they are from the UK in the movie. I didn't purposely try and sound
It's
like
all right.
that. The Martian.
Yeah.
You seen it? The comedy.
No, the comedy, the award-winning comedy. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's not a comedy, but I enjoy the movie. Yeah.
Ridley Scott. It's not all bad.
I mean, The Martian for sure.
Yeah.
But I watched that here. That was one of the first movies I saw when I moved here. I think I was by IKEA or something like that, getting shelving or like the chairs or part of the studio. And there was a theater out there. I was like, I'll go watch this giant fucking theater. Huge. Nobody there. It would like I almost got lost in that theater. The concession. It's like there's like 20 concession stands and it's like mazes. It was fucking crazy. It was the craziest. Biggest theater I've ever been in my life.
I feel like the theater we go to mostly is a pretty big
Small.
theater.
Small. It's like nothing compared to this theater. I'm telling you, it's not like you said you got lost in a house. I've never been lost in a concession area.
You were like, is
Yeah.
this my...
I was like, where do I go to buy popcorn? Like, where do I... Like, there's stations everywhere, but it's empty because, like, daytime in the middle of the week. But I like The Martian. And I'm a fan of Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah. I'm way more of a fan of Matt Damon than Ben Affleck.
Matt Damon.
Although I did watch The Town. Ben Affleck, good director. Ben Affleck, good director. Let's just stay positive on that one. Ooh, Get Him to the Greek.
I've seen it.
I have not seen The Lady Killers.
Neither have
Probably the weakest of the Coen brother films.
One
It's
of the
very
weaker
cheesy.
Tom Hanks films.
And I think I've started to watch and I was like, this is not what I want to watch.
Have not seen Fracture.
I think I have, but I don't remember it. There's a lot of I have not seens on this.
What we're going through, I have not seen.
I know, but like of the ones that they're giving us, I haven't seen Poseidon.
Poseidon, the remake. I've seen Psycho, the remake.
Psycho with fucking
Vince Vaughn.
Yep. Money.
Get Him to the
Get
Greek.
Him to Greek. Yeah. It was a shot-for-shot remake of a movie that should have been, if you're going to reboot it, maybe
Do it better.
maybe do some different things.
Update it maybe a little
Maybe
bit.
not just do a straight copy.
Yeah.
It's like,
copy,
It's
paste.
like instead of just like remastering the original, let's just refilm shot for shot. I've not seen Bridges in Madison County.
Neither have I.
But I have seen Just Friends.
I have also. I've seen both.
Romancing the Stone versus Just Friends.
Romancing the Stone.
Romancing the Stone is correct, sir. Just Friends is it's okay for
you
what
get to
it's
see Ryan
doing.
Reynolds in a fat suit.
Yeah, it's okay for like a rom-com, whatever.
I have not seen Seabiscuit.
I haven't either. Actually, I have, and it's not good. It's whatever.
Oh yeah,
Young Guns versus How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Young Guns.
Yes. I'm not fully
Make it
confident
famous.
I've seen How to Lose a Guy, but
Oh, I have.
I'm pretty sure I get the gist. Paranormal, the teaching
I've seen both.
I've seen both of these too.
Next is weird.
Versus Paranormal Activity.
He can
Why
see
am I not-
3 seconds
It's
into
stupid.
the
It's not
future,
good.
and like
Paranormal Activity. Interesting premise on the found footage film. The security footage. The first one I enjoyed. I remember watching
I believe
it.
this is the first one.
Yeah, it's the first one.
That's
I
like the
enjoyed the
only one
first
I
one.
watched. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Paranormal.
Yeah.
Paranorman.
Yeah, next is, I mean, it's like a lot of fucking his movies.
Friday had never been on our list.
It is now, man. Versus Jack.
Friday.
I don't really remember Jack.
I
but
do.
I know I've seen it.
The kid has a disease where it makes him super old.
Oh, okay.
And it's fucked up. Because, like, people made fun of him.
Well, they got the best casting until fucking probably the next best would have been.
I have not seen All Is Lost.
No, me either.
I have seen Legends of the Fall.
Legends of the Fall is good.
It's a really good movie. I haven't seen either of those movies.
Have not seen Before Sunset yet. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, or whatever.
Before Sunrise, Before Sunset.
I haven't seen the original, The Day the Earth Stood Still.
I haven't seen either of them.
You didn't see
the Keanu Reeves one? I think I saw parts of it. I was like, ugh.
Ooh, the original Clash of the Titans.
I do remember that.
Yes.
That's like stop motion shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Legends of the Fall.
Uh,
I mean, it's a classic, but it's not. It'll beat some shit, but it's not beating Legends of the Fall.
no, I agree, but
Clash of the Titans, I haven't seen it probably since the 80s, maybe early 90s.
it's the one with Medusa.
No, I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it enough.
Because there's
where I
also
remember
Jason and the Argonauts,
Yeah.
which is very similar.
True. But it's like, I'm sure those
Clash of the
movies are
Titans
probably
was great.
not super entertaining, but the visuals were really fun to watch.
Harryhouse, I believe, is the guy that always did all the stop motion for shit like that. I could be wrong. But yeah, Legends of the Fall. Great movie.
Yeah. Faux show.
I've seen
both of
The
these.
Pianist.
All right. It's okay.
Isn't that
He
Adrian
won,
Brody?
he won Best Actor, and then he started getting a bunch of action roles, and then King Kong.
I've unfortunately
I have not
seen
seen
it,
Bewitched.
and it's terrible.
Yeah, that's why I've never watched it. I remember the show being all right.
I've definitely seen Can't Hardly Wait.
I have seen both Can't Hardly Wait and March of the Penguins, and I'm going with...
I'm going with Can't Hardly
I'm
Wait.
kind of going that way, too. I think I've watched Can't Hardly Wait recently.
Early Seth Green.
Yep.
Jennifer
the
Love Hewitt when I
teen-
really got into her tits.
Teen comedy, ensemble comedy kind of thing.
This dude is straight up creeping on her, and she has no fucking idea like who he is.
It's got all the archetypes.
There's the jock dude.
Yeah.
It's a fun party
It's
movie.
American Pie without the pie fucking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I
Can't hardly
enjoyed
wait.
it. Yeah, it was one of my.
Seth Green gets to bang some nerdy chick.
Yep, they get locked in a bathroom.
And he has like a sex kit in his book bag, which is hilarious. Like scented candles and lotions and shit.
To seem like I know a guy like that. That's like either not experienced at all or super inexperienced that thinks that preparing for like stuff like that
Well, it's
would
just
be
like it's
necessary.
super bad. Like, what's this? My spermicidal lubricant. He's like, what the fuck?
That's one thing. It's a different thing when you're like lighting candles and like you sprinkle petals on the fucking bed or some shit. All right, so next up, I
haven't seen Contagion.
Contagion is okay. It's kind of slow and like I don't know. Waiting versus Raising Arizona.
Damn it! I really like Waiting, but it's not beating fucking Raising Arizona.
Fucking no shit.
God damn.
Agree 100%. Waiting's a fun movie. And when Waiting came out, a buddy of mine was working in a restaurant. So
everyone I knew
got
that
to
was
hear,
working in a restaurant was like,
this is their movie.
This is
their
fucking.
shit.
This is it.
Yeah, this is their shit. And it's because it's all true. Everybody fucks everybody. It's like everything they do in the movie is basically like when you get shitty customers that want to do shit, then you fuck
That's why
with them.
Office Space was such a good movie because people were like, "Oh my god, that's my office."
But I
except the
related
guy-
to Office Space more than this, and I've never worked in a cubicle nor in an office. I've never had aside from doing the work I do here or for the show and shit. But yeah, Raising Arizona is a fucking classic. Fucking classic.
Nope. For both.
Singing in the Rain, I've not seen. Seems like one that I should. I have not seen either of these either.
Dial M for Murder and Beautiful Girls?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of both of them.
I have not seen
American
either
Hustle?
of those.
All right. American Hustle's all right. I haven't seen Frost Nixon. Sneakers. Talk about hacking movies versus. I have not seen Salem's Lot. Have you seen Sneakers?
Sneakers.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I'd seen Salem's
old.
Lot. But... Ooh, Rock and Rolla.
I have not seen Rock and Rolla.
Yeah, you have. I played it here for you.
Well, I don't fucking remember it.
It's the Guy Ritchie movie.
No, I know. You brought it up a bunch, but I don't remember it at all. I mean, you probably played. Listen, there's movies I played that you don't remember.
True.
Nice Guys?
Huh?
Yeah. You've seen Glengarry Glen Ross? Fuck, man. That's a great movie.
I don't like
completely different movie. So it's got classic, like, always be selling. Fucking
neither of these.
Shits for closers. Coffees for closers. I've not seen. No, I've seen The Recruit. It's not good.
Neither of
I have
those.
seen Antitrust, and I have not seen Princess of the Frog, the first and only black princess, right?
Yeah,
For
something
Disney?
like that. I've seen Cloudy. But I
I've-
haven't seen The Stepford Wives. I
Agreed.
may have once, but I don't remember it. Nope.
Interesting though. Sunset Boulevard, Comedy Store. Wonder what movie. I would be curious to watch that. Jesus Christ. That's some weird.
Some deep cut. Nope.
I think I've seen that.
I probably did back in '91,
It's
but
not good. SWAT.
yes,
Okay.
I've seen it. Okay,
SWAT.
shit. It's a
2003
terrible movie.
remake. It's a decent
It's
action movie.
Whatever.
It's not great, but it's if you're on a plane or in a hotel and
If
it's
you're
on,
trapped somewhere
Listen,
and have no other options,
I would rather watch SWAT than I would watch Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
For me. Anyway.
When I was in jail last, Shooter was on. And
I think you said that
maybe the
literally
last
last
one. Yeah.
episode. I was like, I know you just mentioned that, and when would Shooter come? It had to have been on the show.
Yeah,
It had
I was
to have
like,
been. I was like, wait a minute.
This is the
is
only time I
way
would have
too much-
sat
I
through
know.
that movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a pretty good
No,
movie.
you told the story
Yeah.
on the last episode.
I know.
think, or 2 episodes ago.
Whatever.
So SWAT versus Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I gotta go Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that movie.
It's all right.
I mean, SWAT's whatever, but
SWAT, generic action movie.
yeah. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, fun, interesting, animated, computer animated movie. I have not seen either.
I feel like I've seen The Good Shepherd.
Yes, me too, but I can't say that.
Ooh.
I have seen both of these. Have you seen Dan in Real Life?
Yes.
Kind of
Brothers,
more of a Dan in Real Life versus Step Brothers. Dan in Real Life from fucking Waiting, Dane Cook.
Yeah.
More of a
He was
calmed down, dramatic, and he's not the main character in it. But yeah, Step Brothers
I can't believe Step Brothers wasn't on the list either.
is now,
Shit.
and it just went up against nothing. Another movie that hasn't been in there. And I've seen Blast from the Past.
That's
Sadly, that's the
Brendan Fraser.
came out of the.
I'd seen Billy Elliot.
I
That
haven't
was
seen
the dancing kid.
Yeah. Nope.
Nothing but the truth. 1941. Why do you think I'm? All right.
Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story versus Blast from the Past.
Walk Hard.
Walk Hard. I think I watched that. I think it came out on Easter, something like that. And I went to a movie theater, and I brought a bottle of vodka, like a flask of vodka, like, you know, the store-bought flask of vodka. And I got a lemonade, and I got fucked up. That was so much fun. I loved watching that movie. And then Brendan Fraser, my favorite actor ever. Here's the thing. Ben Affleck, better actor than Brendan Fraser. I will say that. I will say that.
Well, here's to you, Affleck.
It's like, and next. Walk Hard. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. No one.
I was just making sure.
At no point did I was like, Blast from the Past is
I've
my
accidentally
jam.
clicked shit before.
Yeah,
and I just want to make sure that you said your piece and your 2 cents. And
You've accidentally clicked shit that neither of us agreed to. It wasn't
I
like
know.
It wasn't like we were having
I
an
know.
argument. And
I
like,
know. That's why I'm trying to clarify where we're going with everything.
I haven't
Sometimes.
seen Milk.
Milk's good. Blues Brothers 2000
Is not great.
Meh. Milk is good though.
Is it?
Yep. It's a good movie.
Is it?
Yep. Plan 9 from Outer Space. Have you seen Adaptation?
Yes.
All right. The best movie, Nicolas Cage. His best performance ever. And he was 2 people.
How about Raising Arizona?
He's good in that for sure, but this is his best performance. Adaptation.
Yeah.
All day. Adaptations. Favorite, same guy that wrote the screenplay for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Nope.
Charlie Wilson's War.
I believe I've seen Charlie Wilson's War.
I have seen both of these.
I haven't seen
Amoros Perros.
Yeah.
I can't honestly say I remember Charlie Wilson's War.
I can't either.
'Cause I remember it being.
He was a senator
dog shit.
working for something.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't care about this. I'm gonna change the fucking go to another thing on Netflix.
I can't remember The Fisher King.
I can't either, but I know I've seen Tokyo Drift.
Yeah,
Right.
I have too. That whiny Southern accent.
Ooh, Accepted?
Yes, I like that movie.
Me too.
And it wins.
Accepted all day.
Fast and
Ooh.
Furious Tokyo Drift had no chance. John Q.
I
Haven't
had
seen
a
it.
chance. Could have been. John Q's good movie. It's a good one. It has to do with like the whole pre-existing. He's like a kid that needs a heart thing, so he holds the hospital ransom. You fucking give my kid a heart transplant because he got denied by insurance.
What, I probably saw that.
It's really good. It's really good,
but
movie.
I don't remember it enough.
Evan Almighty, not so much, but John Q's a good one.
Evan Almighty,
Go watch it.
The follow-up to
they double down on religion in this one.
what was the first one? Bruce Almighty.
He had like
God
abilities,
powers,
but
this
he
is-
didn't
he
literally
turned
turn into
Noah.
Moses or whatever the fake. Sorry,
Versus-
Dumbledore. I don't know.
The third of
Go
the
fuck
Honey
yourself.
I something the
I'm
kids.
going Honey, I Blew Up the Kids all day.
Yeah,
Every
there's a
single
giant
one of those
baby
movies.
in Vegas.
I don't. You know what? I don't care. It's better than Evan
No,
Almighty.
I know.
I know.
I was just
I don't really remember
describing
most.
the movie.
I don't
There's
remember.
a giant baby in Vegas.
I don't remember most of it. I know I've seen it.
They made
Probably
a
saw it
giant version
once.
of his teddy bear and flew it in on helicopters, and it was crazy.
Fried green tomatoes versus the plants are killing us. The Happening. Hi, I'm Mark Wahlberg. Look good, feel good.
The movie's so bad that M. Night Shyamalan came out afterwards and was like, "No, I was trying to make a B movie."
Yeah. It was. I know what he was trying to do. Mark Wahlberg, worst performance in this movie.
Yeah.
Whispered performance. Yeah, and the premise of the film was not very.
Fried
good
green
either.
tomatoes, and
Yeah.
I don't even. It's
I remember
chick flick
watching
from
that. Like, I think it was just a VHS my mom had, so I think I watched it a couple times.
Kathy Bates.
Yeah, it's all right. Get an argument because somebody steals their parking spot and they ram into their car,
Yeah.
shoot the tires or some shit. There's been a lot of those scenes in movies, so they blend. They blend like Joe Pesci in the South. Oh yeah, you blend. You blend. All right. I have seen both of these.
I haven't seen the Too Fast, Too Furious.
Too Fast, Too
Wait,
Furious.
is that just the second one?
That's the second one. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen it.
We ain't hungry no more. It's not. What's his face? Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
It's just Paul Walker and the other black dude.
Yeah, Tyrese.
I mean, it's shot. It's better than Tokyo Drift, but it's dog shit.
Yeah.
Although the replacements,
I like the replacements.
It was all right. It was a
I like
sweet
sports
It was
movies.
a sweet
Based
the
on a true
football, sure, but it's campy as fuck. It's very much like an 80s kind of comedy.
Yeah, and I'm going replacements.
Me too. We ain't hungry no more, bruh. I'm gonna click on her clip. Bink. You're welcome. I've not seen Girl with the Dragon Tattoos. Have you seen Easy
I've seen
Rider? Easy Rider, not that great.
I liked it.
It was alright.
It's more-
I watched it because I had a motorcycle at the time.
It's kind of a drug culture movie too.
It's more of an independent, very minimalist movie.
Yeah.
It's not really. I mean, there is a scene where they do drugs in a cemetery or some
Jack
shit.
Nicholson. is
But
in
there's
that scene.
there's. I mean, I've seen those scenes
I haven't
in a
seen
ton of movies.
Tangled.
Me either. Easy Rider versus Horrible Bosses.
I'm gonna go Horrible Bosses.
I am too.
I like that movie.
Yeah, it was fun. Horrible Bosses 2, not so much. Have you seen it? Where they get the factory? they're like, we're gonna be our own bosses, and then they become horrible bosses.
Here and it's
not good.
Yeah, I don't think I paid attention to the whole thing. The Animatrix? Oh shit! I guess
I've not seen The Babysitter's Club.
Haven't either.
I have not seen Howard the Duck.
What?
I haven't seen it. We have mentioned this many times on the show.
I haven't seen The African Queen.
Nope.
Nope. Support your local gunfighter.
Seems like it's probably a movie that's on a comeback.
Haven't seen Rope, which
Jesus
to be
looks like a magic movie. I've seen Final Destination 2.
I've probably seen it at some point.
It's like it's the first one, but different people die,
and they
except
die
for
in
Devon
a different
Sawa.
way.
I don't think Devon Sawa dies yet. I'll go Animatrix.
Yeah, sure.
That was a lot. There's some fun, like new universe, like not new universes, but
expansion
new stories within the universe. Yeah. And it's cool because a lot of the style from the Matrix, like visually, came from anime. So it's cool that, whatever. I have seen The Sixth Day,
and I
don't remember
Police
it
Academy.
at all.
I've seen Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol.
I think I probably watched both of these, but I can't remember.
Citizens on Patrol was the first one where Bobcat became like it was in the series.
It was the first time he was in the series?
Yeah. I'm almost positive.
I don't think it was that late in the series.
Citizens on Patrol.
I've seen it, but I just
David
don't remember.
Spade was in this one.
Dude, I'm not gonna remember.
It's like
it.
a skateboarder.
I don't remember.
And
I
don't remember The Sixth Day well enough.
All right, let's fuck both of these. Roadhouse versus Cape Fear.
Seen it.
Wow. Roadhouse is a good bad movie.
And Cape Fear's
just a good movie that's creepy as fuck.
I'm gonna go Cape Fear.
Yeah. Wow, that's
no throat ripping for you today, Swayze.
Ooh, speak of the devil, Mad Max Fury Road. Thank you for listening in.
Like the poster.
I have not seen Lolita.
Neither have I, and it's a keep it movie.
Oh, I may have seen it actually. I think I got it.
I haven't seen the original
either. Pi?
I've seen it.
Pi versus Mad Max Fury Road.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
Pi's
a interesting independent movie.
Same person that made Requiem for a Dream made Pi.
It was his first movie.
Yeah.
I've not seen.
I've seen both.
I don't think I've seen either of them.
Mary Shelley's was when De Niro played Frankenstein.
Jesus. Ted.
Seen it.
Versus Mean Streets.
Have not seen it.
Early Scorsese. And other actors. Ooh, Beavis and Butthead Do America versus Ted. Yeah. I didn't like Beavis and Butthead, or I just never got into the show. I like the movie, though.
I loved the show. The movie.
I just don't think I had MTV.
The movie took the best part of the show out, which was them talking shit about music videos. And it was just
of course, they couldn't
cartoon
do that in a
for
movie.
2. Yeah. Good song from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That.
Roller coaster.
Yeah.
Say wow.
Yeah. They had a song in Wayne's World too.
Yeah, it was in a circus. The video was like
no, that's Coneheads.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The other one, it was a faster song. It's in the scene in Wayne's World where he pimped out his car and he's got the CD player and the Red Vine thing.
Oh yeah, where
that's the song they play. Yeah, that's a Chili Pepper song.
But yeah, Ted.
Yeah. Ted 2, not so much.
No.
The Legend of Zorro? That's
Banderas.
Is it the Banderas one?
I don't.
Because I thought that was earlier for some reason. 05. I want to double check on that. I don't want it to get in here if I haven't seen it. The Legend of all these movies. Jesus.
Yeah,
the Legend of is like fucking. Yeah, it is Antonio. No.
It's. Oh yeah, it
Antonio. Yeah, Antonio Banderas. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Okay.
Yeah,
and then
the one. I've not seen The Man.
I haven't either. Don't really.
I know
care
the
to.
premise of it.
I probably, if I saw I know I saw the trailer, so I'm sure I pretty much told you what's going on.
All right.
You seen The Fighter?
Fuck yeah.
The Mark Wahlberg
and
fucking Batman,
Christian Bale,
the better Batman.
I'm Christian Bale.
Yeah, I'm a fighter. I'm a trainer.
I'm the brother of the fighter.
I used
to be a fighter,
but now I'm a tweaker.
But do all that with a Boston accent. The fighter for sure.
I'm a tweaker.
Tweaker. The fighter.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even have to.
I mean, The Fighter wasn't fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it was good.
I
but
thought the movie was really good.
I've not seen Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Neither have I.
Although
Bloodsport.
I would love to.
Shit.
Bloodsport versus shit,
poor,
John Wick.
Poor Bloodsport.
That's amazing.
God damn it.
That's all
I
right.
wanted Bloodsport to win.
It's in the mix. It's in the
I wanted
mix now.
Bloodsport to.
I did too until
I
John
really
Wick
like
came
that
up.
Bloodsport poster.
I really like that John Wick poster.
It's just a
A
picture
wick
of Keanu
on fire.
Reeves.
No, but the wick is on fire. He's gonna explode. It's the
His
first
tie
one.
is the wick.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
John Wick all day. God damn. John Wick 2. Let's bring it. The Rundown versus I've not seen Family Guy Presents. It's a trap. And The Rundown is the remake version with The Rock. The hot chick?
Yes, it's
No,
where
it's-
Rob Schneider.
Does he become a woman?
Yes, he.
So it's not the one where he becomes an animal.
No, this is the one where he becomes a woman. God
I've
damn you,
probably
Rob
seen it.
Schneider.
I've probably seen it.
Just-
I'm going The Rundown.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
Rundown.
It was okay.
Sean William Scott. There's one of the.
Was it Sean William Scott? Was Jackass guy in that one too, or no? Or is that a different Rock movie?
The Rundown wasn't the. Yeah, the Rundown. He was going after fucking Stifler.
He's going after Stifler. Or
Yeah,
let's
to bring him
it up?
back.
I thought it was.
his dad.
I'm thinking Standing Tall.
Yes,
which is
that's a remake.
It's they're both remakes, I think.
I don't know,
but yeah. I've not seen Ben-Hur.
Neither have I.
I have seen 40 Days, 40 Nights.
Yes, me too.
I was at an employee screening for 40 Days, 40 Nights, and bottles hit the floor, and I got suspended. I have seen the original Red Dawn.
So
I have not seen the remake. Yep. Versus 40 Days, 40 Nights, where people that believe in goofy shit give up something for 40 days because they think somebody walked through the desert for 40 days and 40
Red Dawn.
nights. Yeah. And he gets obsessed with masturbating. And it was that chick that was like in 2 movies. She was in this one, and she was in that First Night. No, the not
Knocked Up?
First Night. Nope. The Night movie. The Night movie with the dude that's dead from Batman.
Wow, that's pretty vague.
Okay, Batman 2. He played the
Yes.
Joker.
Okay.
What's his name?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger's in this movie.
Okay.
And I totally lost where I was going.
And
So
the
next-
girl.
Oh yeah, she was in a movie. Oh, it's a Night movie with him, Heath Ledger, but they use modern music.
The Last Night.
Is it The Last Night?
Yeah.
Sounds wrong for some reason. I think that's what I said, but it sounds wrong. Maybe it's just because he's dead, and the movie wasn't that great. I can't say I've seen either of these. I know I've seen.
I
Hudson
know I've
Hawks,
seen
but I don't
Hudson
remember.
Hawk, but it's been forever.
Yeah, I remember seeing it was like get HBO free for a weekend, and that was one of the movies.
All right, I've seen both of these.
Alice in Wonderland, the animated Disney animated
classic.
version, versus The Devil's Rejects, the
Rob Zombie movie.
is that the
That's
first
the
of
sequel.
his?
No,
Oh, it's the
House of
second
a
one?
Thousand Corpses
that was the
is the
first
first one. I saw The Devil's Rejects in the theater,
Uh-huh.
and
I loved Rob Zombie's music.
I did, but I loved White Zombie's music.
I loved
I was
one of his albums.
Hellbilly Deluxe was
Yes,
okay. It
that
had
was- I
some
liked
good
that one.
songs, but
and then
that
I fell
was,
off.
and then it was all downhill. But I walked out of The Devil's Rejects. I went there with a girl, and when we walked out, she was like, I loved it, and I was like, that was dog shit.
Yeah. It's
She
weird.
was
I
like-
know a lot of chicks that like that.
She was
these
like, "What are you
movies.
talking about?"
Yeah.
I'm like, the whole ending scene where it's slow mo
Yeah.
as they're driving towards each other to fucking Leonard Skinner. I literally almost walked out during that. I was like, this is fucking... and I didn't because I thought there was going to be a payoff.
Yeah.
And then when there wasn't, I was like,
Yeah.
this fucking movie's retarded.
Yeah.
Fuck anyone who likes this. Do you only like it because it's Rob Zombie and his wife and Captain fucking Spaulding's in it?
No. I'm not a big fan of his stuff, but I don't hate it.
It's
I
fucking a dog
enjoy
shit
what he's
movie.
trying to do, but it's not for me.
I thought The House of a Thousand Corpses wasn't that good either.
I didn't either. I'm not a big fan of any of his stuff.
Alice in Wonderland,
but I don't think he
sure.
does bad work. I think he's
not bad
clearly
work.
doing
Maybe
work.
it's just not for me.
Exactly. Because I think he's competent as far as what he's doing, but like the subject
I've heard
matter.
his Halloween remake is terrible. But I refuse to watch it.
I'm sure none of his movies get rated very well. Reviewed. He's doing a very specific kind of movie that
He's Kevin Smith in that.
he doesn't give a fuck.
That side of
he's
yeah.
makes music
Yeah.
and he's able.
Does
directs,
he anymore?
I don't know, but I think he makes better quality movies, even though I don't like them, and I don't like both of these guys. What they're doing, not really big fan. At least newer shit for Kevin Smith, but I like what he's trying
at least
to do.
Made stuff you like though.
Sure, but what they're doing now, like I prefer his style to what he's trying to do. It's just I don't really give a fuck about the subject matter. It's like I don't know. It's like if I want to see his shit, I'll just go hang out with homeless people. Yeah. That's what it seems like. It's like thrillers using homeless people.
I got harassed by the homeless dudes that always sit on the corner by Colfax today. Like that was bothering me earlier today.
They wanted a piece of that ass.
They was like, one dude's like,
that's why I wear headphones.
Hey, do you want pot? And I like turned around.
Where are you living, you fucking dick?
And at first I said,
like cast iron?
Do you have any pot?
Yeah.
And I turned around and I was like, no. And he was like, no, I was asking if you'd want any pot. And I was like, no. Like, and I literally just wanted to turn around and be like, if I wanted pot, I walk fucking 4 blocks down to my local fucking dispensary where they know my name and I know where their shit's from.
Yeah.
And I know what percentage of THC is in it. I know if it's indica or sativa. But
I rack up points so I can get discounts.
Let me buy it off weird guy by the bus stop.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's what I've been missing since I left Ohio.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man! I haven't bought drugs
random
from a shady
weed
character.
Random weed buying.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm getting. Do you have a menu,
Wonderland,
sir?
For sure.
I'm good with that.
Fuck you, Devil's Rejects.
Hated
it from day one.
Swordfish versus Rounders.
Rounders for sure.
Swordfish is pretty fun. You got to see Halle Berry's titties.
You did, and there's a
really
really
cool
Hugh Jackman, like
kind of and
it's very early.
The intro action segment is pretty awesome.
He had just become Wolverine like that year.
Yep, and did a whole bunch of shitty movies until Logan. Rounders.
Real Steel wasn't that terrible.
I mean, it was whatever. But as far as being that character when he became
shit, The Last Starfighter
versus I have seen The Time Machine, but have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
It's not good, but I was like, I have seen that. It's got not Guy Ritchie, the guy from Memento.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. He was in fucking the.
I've heard things about that movie.
Boys from Brazil?
Yeah. I
have heard of Brazil.
Oh, I've seen that movie.
Maverick versus The Last Starfighter.
The Mel Gibson Maverick, not the...
Right. It's the card game movie.
James Garner.
Was a remake?
James Garner was the original Maverick.
Okay. So this is the Color of Money to Hustler.
Yeah.
Maverick to the first Maverick.
I liked Maverick.
It was fun.
It was a fun...
Yeah.
Fun movie. I liked
sure.
the twist at the end of like father and son.
Sure.
And that's why they did that.
Yeah.
But The Last Starfighter. For sure. It's
classic. It's a great poster.
Got the comic collection framed and on the wall here.
Yeah. Last Starfighter.
That is an awesome poster too.
Recently, yeah. Naked Gun 2.5. The Smell of Fear. I've not seen as extends, although I think I want to. I don't know.
Nope.
Sex in the City?
Nope. I saw some of the series.
No. I think I've tried to watch one episode. Nah, fuck that. Captain Phillips.
No. Remember?
You watched it. It's the fucking hijack movie. You're talking shit throughout the whole movie. This movie's fucking stupid as fuck.
Yeah,
with the Somali pirates take over the boat.
Yeah, because you love that movie, and I was
it's a stressful movie.
It wasn't
you went into the movie just seeing the poster, you're like, ugh, before I even hit play on it. So you fucked your experience from the get go. Judging it. I'm gonna fuck this while you play.
That's what I did.
That's why we go to theaters to watch movies. Yeah, it was annoying.
I'm not allowed
for
to,
2 hours. It's like you're not gonna do that in public. But still, compared to Naked Gun 2.5,
I liked
Captain Phillips.
Naked Gun 2.5 was.
I don't even remember the difference between 2.5 from all of the movies that
this is
the
the
Naked
one
Gun
where
movies.
the Queen. They were trying to kill the Queen, and then Reggie
OJ.
Jackson had like a chip planted in his head, and he's like, "Must kill the Queen."
I do remember that. Captain Phillips, 1,000%. Captain Phillips I enjoy better than all the Naked Gun movies. There's no spoof movie that I'm like, I'm not a huge spoof guy to begin with, so there's not a bunch of spoof movies that are going to be like, oh yeah, I've literally watched Captain Phillips multiple times since it came out. 4 years ago.
Wait, whatever. Captain Phillips is fine. Like,
yeah. Here we go. He's going into it.
It's fine.
I've not seen
Nope.
The Right Stuff. Concession. Yeah, I've seen Confessions. It's not good. It's bad. It's really bad. And I'm a fan of Sam Rock. I'm a fan of Sam Rockwell and George Clooney, but
let's do like two more, and I haven't seen either one of these.
Nah, I may have seen Kids Are All Right. The Natural versus Me. Me versus The Natural.
These
Baseball versus Me.
This is another one where it's like The Natural is a great movie.
It is.
It's really good.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's definitely a great movie.
I haven't seen it in a long time too, but I've also seen it 10 times or more.
Yeah.
When growing up, it was
Ray
a movie that
times.
would come on all the time.
Yeah.
I've probably seen Ray 5 or 6 times too. I used to own the soundtrack.
I mean, Ray Charles music in general is fucking
I
classic.
wish that's all it was.
It's like the best. No, the movie's like one of the best biopics ever. I think. Yeah. I liked it better than Walk the Line, even though Walk the Line very similar. Where the actors sing and they perform and all whatever. But Jamie Foxx kills it. This is like his best. I mean, as far as his talents are concerned, that movie.
He's a singer.
I mean,
an actor and a comedian, and he sang.
Yeah.
He fucking acted, and he was funny. Yeah. Like, it kind of really blended all of that into one movie.
That he could have,
It was the perfect role for him.
Yeah.
And he got to hang out with Ray Charles for a long time before, because Ray died right before the movie came out, but still he did get to hang out with him and get his mannerisms. And
but there was also a lot of media on Ray Charles to draw from, too.
Yeah.
Interviews and performances and everything. Robert Redford, give me Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Enjoy that movie better than Natural.
I don't know. I was a big baseball player when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to go Ray on this one.
Tough matchup, though.
Yeah. If The Natural had to lose, I'm glad it lost to that. I haven't seen Spice World.
I haven't seen either of these.
You haven't seen 13 Ghosts?
I don't think so. I may have, but I don't know. Wag the Dog versus Annie Hall. I don't think I've seen Annie Hall.
I've seen Annie Hall and Wag the Dog.
I've seen,
but I don't remember either of them that well.
All right,
so
well, fuck it. Wag the Dog's alright. It's whatever.
I've seen both.
No, have not either. Oh shit! We just watched Down Periscope the other day.
I haven't seen the Sting.
No. Hey, another Robert Redford.
Yeah. I have seen Event Horizon.
Both of these movies can suck a dick. I don't give a fuck about Down Periscope. I don't give. Actually, you know what? There's a couple funny moments in
points.
Yeah, Event Horizon is boring.
Till the end, it gets really weird.
Oh, let's follow up boring with weird. No, I'm
it's
good.
It's a demon in hell. Down Periscope.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
Yep.
Down Periscope. Check out our list, people. We've got almost 1,000. We need to try and hit 1,000 movies in our. I mean, I mean, those are just out of what's on our list because half of them aren't on our list because
so
they
how
lost.
do we have 1,800? I don't get the math on that.
So like we did everything that's not on our list, right? So we got
those,
2 movies.
All right,
half
so those
of the
movies
movies
have been
are on our
recycled
list
so many times. Okay.
Well, and it's like half of them they're up. They know we've seen it, so they're in the mix, but they haven't won yet. There's a lot of things that haven't won yet. But anyway, yeah, go to flickchart.com/IDP. Check out our ultimate movie list with almost 1,000 movies on our list. And we regularly go through and edit our list and our top 500, 100, 200, 20.
Even top 20.
Yeah, we go through it. We go through hard and strong, people. That's our episode. Thank you for listening. You can follow Keith
on Twitter, but before that, I want to throw a quick shout out to Lost Anarchy magazine.
Yep.
They recently did an animated version of mixing their commentary with
Jake Plissken? Wait.
Snake Plissken.
Snake Plissken versus Jake LaMotta.
No. Snake Plissken and...
I mean, if you're not going to say the names, I'll make some up. I'm bad with names.
And Jack Burton.
Jack Burton, yeah.
Where
we play the voices
Kurt Russell
of...
characters.
Yeah.
But he doesn't always get the voice to the person right, so sometimes we're both.
It's a Law Dog review that we did on the show, which you can check out the original video on our IDP clips. But he took that video and mostly audio, but there's some video where we show the comic. I don't know if it ended in the final video.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lost Anarchy magazine.
Yeah,
on YouTube,
on
and
YouTube.
Facebook, and everything.
Twitter also.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But yeah, it was real cool, and we might do something else with him, maybe in the future. But
sure, yeah. I mean, if he wants to animate more shit, that's cool.
Yeah, but it was just out of nowhere, and we saw it, talked to him a little bit, and it was fun. Go check it out. A lot of people have seen it so far.
For sure.
So
yeah, they get good views. I think their YouTube page, they have a bunch of subscribers, so
that's cool.
They've been around for a while. But yeah, it's cool. Go check it out. Keith Spurlock on Twitter, Keith Spurlock 1 on Twitter, and Ray Taylor on Twitter and Instagram. InspiredDisorder.com for links to our YouTube and our Facebook, to buy artwork, and I'm adding new artwork every day, new prints added every week. Patreon.com/InspiredDisorder. Get perks, donate $1 to start out, or donate more to get more. We are done here, people. That is our episode. We will hopefully be able to crank out a UFC by Thursday so we can recap UFC. Where are they at? I forget. UFC OKC, Oklahoma City.
Well, we already made our picks, so.
Yeah, but the recap for that is coming up after this episode.
Okay.
Which hopefully we'll be able to get that out Thursday.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Peace.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Inspired Disorder podcast. Embedded signals within this podcast have reprogrammed your natural thinking patterns. Side effects may include lack of inhibitions, erectile dysfunction, anal leakage, transcendental communication with beings from 4 of the 7 primary dimensions. In the event of a tear in space-time, please keep your hands down and feet together. Any loss of life or limbs due to interdimensional travel is not the responsibility of this podcast.